name is Kelly Diane, and I do tarot. I am also a medium. I take appointments on Facebook and video calls and online. I said Facebook, didn't I? And I'm going to start seeing people in person, but I'm also going to be doing your monthly tarot on YouTube. I'm going to do this a little different. I know people say like, oh, your love tarot, things like that, but I want to do timelines. So I'm going to be doing one potential and then another potential for each zodiac sign. And if love comes out, great. Whatever's supposed to come out is going to come out. And I hope you enjoy. So I'm going to start with my trusty... This is Virgo, earth signs. So I'll be doing Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Virgos are first. So what is going on with Virgos? What timelines do Virgos have for this month? Let's see here. All right. Virgos. Looks like some of you might be coming into new love or a relationship, and also money's really good. So that's really, really good for some of you Virgos. And then there's a split timeline where some of you are telling a person or a situation no, that you're not going to take the offer they have to give you. This could be a work. It feels work to me. It feels like work. It doesn't feel like a love situation. But this work might have fulfilled you at one point in time, but is no longer fulfilling to you. And you're going to be denying that offer. And it's going to actually create an issue. Like this person or this work situation isn't going to be happy that you denied them the offer. And actually some of you, it might involve a child situation or something with a child. It's emotional for you. And it's somebody younger. The other timeline, it looks like there's a strong male presence coming in, and it's coming in quickly. So the Emperor is coming in quickly here. I'm hearing don't miss your shot when it comes to this male that's coming in, because I feel like some of you might have some reservations. It's either, I mean, this could even be a friendship. It feels like a love situation with a Leo or a fire sign, that either they're coming forward with an offer of love and you're going to have to decide if you want to take that offer or not. It's going to be appealing though. I will say that. This is going to be appealing, but it's going to ask you if you take the offer. It's going to be asking, like, there's something about you that needs to change if you're going to be in this partnership or relationship. So that's really interesting. Let me see if I can get any other advice cards here. I'm just going to go ahead and get my other deck out here. Hopefully I don't make everything fall over. I hear don't be discouraged with the first timeline. So don't be discouraged. I'm hearing you're going to take the offer. So whatever that means for you, I feel like it's love, but it and the second timeline feels like work. So some of you could be having to make the choice with work. Let's see what else we can get here for Virgos. Get some clarification. My cards are just like flying everywhere today. Let me get some clarification. I just heard that that some of you might be dealing with like a mother figure with the offer that you don't want to take. That some of that could be like a female or a mother figure. That maybe there was some sort of upset, or I keep hearing like a move. Like she's asking you to move in, or she's asking to move in. So I don't know. That's a very specific message for someone. Let's see here. What else are we going to find? Yeah, this second timeline's all about money. It's all about just getting your money together and not wanting to. It's like all about self-worth. Like you're not going to take this offer because you're no longer going to cheat yourself. So this bottom half, this person coming forward, you're no longer going to cheat yourself and take the offer. Now the people up front, up top here, you're going to, I suggest you take that, but I shouldn't tell you what to do. But the offer looks stable, but you feel like a part of you has to die in order to take it. The top Virgos, the timeline split, the top Virgos feel that way. So again, take what information resonates and leave what does not. So for my top timeline Virgos, you feel like this is going to be a burden. This either this love relationship or this work relationship. It's like a new adventure, but it also scares the crap out of you. That's interesting. It also scares the crap out of you, but if you can jump into this and be a dreamer, which I know is a lot asking out of you Virgos, because I feel like you need security because it scares you. But if you can really take this person up on their offer, which is so weird because in both these timelines, someone's offering you something and you shouldn't take it, and in another timeline, someone's offering you something and you should. So that's very interesting. And you're gonna know because one of them is a mother figure. It's all about family and connection, and the other one is a love situation. So if you're in the love situation category, I would take it. If it's a fire sign and if it's love or an opportunity and they're fire sign and it scares you, I think it scares you in an exciting way, and I say go for it because you have the Wheel of Fortune at the end of this. It just really feels like your destiny is in your own hands, and it just feels great. I don't know. So I would take it top Virgo if there's a Leo involved. That's very interesting. Now my bottom Virgos, it just keeps looking like I wouldn't take this offer because all it's going to lead you to is time away from your children and fighting for something that's just not worth fighting for. Keep your boundaries up is what I'm seeing at this bottom category of people. And when I say timeline split, know that it's like one set of Virgos is this way and one set of Virgos is this other way. So that's how the world is being read right now, which is so interesting. But one group of Virgos, go for it. The other group of Virgos, if it's against your morals, if it's against something you don't believe, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. That's what the cards are saying. Let me pull some Chiron cards because I think they're fun. And they're just some like motivational cards. What does the universe have to say to my top timeline Virgos? All right. Each time you see or hear the word God, think of the person next to you, the family at work or at play, and the true essence of who you are at the core. Do not think of a single power higher than yours. Somewhere in the sky, it's you. And I think that's beautiful. Here's one more. That's so pretty. I love that card. It's just, I love those dandelions. There are no greater entities on the earth than the humans in lesson. Believe it. All the others are here to service your work. I love it. That's beautiful too. So the main message I would gather from this tarot reading and from the vibe that Virgos are giving is that you have opportunities to advance yourself either way. So either way, either timeline, you're going to make a decision to better yourself and to not go against your own guts, your own truth, your own intuition. So I would just listen. Virgo. All right. I appreciate you all checking out this little reading. I'm probably going to start a Patreon where you can have extensive, like, hour-long readings. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. And you can also find me on Facebook, Kelly Diane Medium, for personal readings. And that's all I have for you today. Much love. Taurus. This is your timeline reading. So what a timeline reading is basically I'm going to read 2 lines, 1 and 2, and it's just like 2 groups of Tauruses. So depending on which choices you make, depending on which timeline you end up on. So that's how I'm going to read it. It could end up being love. It could end up being work. I don't really control what information you need to know. All I do is just give the messages. I'm going to be doing regular tarot like this from now on, and I'll also be doing other videos that are just about subjects on my channel. If you want to schedule a personal reading, go to Kelly Diane Medium on Facebook. I also have a Instagram you're welcome to check out. And here we go. Taurus. I just heard the word evolution and territory. Territory. So some of you might be feeling like you need to have power over a situation, or you're like really defending your space is what I'm getting. That's cool. That's always really good, a really good place to be in instead of feeling weak, I guess, you know, or threatened. I mean, I kind of get the feeling that you feel threatened, but I guess it's better than feeling like, you know, like you don't have power, I guess. So, all right, I'm going to read my top row first, and then I'll read the second row. Gosh, yeah, some of you have had to fight. You might even be taking some time off or out of a situation. Gosh, I keep getting like the feeling that it could be love or work because you love work. And you're not taking this offer either. So that's interesting because Virgos were a similar situation. It's like there's tons of fighting and you're just ready to bow out of this situation. It feels like a work situation, but let's just keep going. What else can I see here about Taurus? Is this a work situation? Can we clarify? I just heard it is work. Okay. And there's just so much fighting going on. Yeah, somebody's trying to mess with your money. And it's making you sad. Aww. Ugh. Oof. Okay, so for the top line of Tauruses, I would say this person or situation is bunk, and I would say, like, if I was reading this in a reading, I would say this person or situation is trying to play you for their own selfish reasons and their own gain. Don't do it. Whatever it is. I don't even know if you have a choice to make, but if you have a choice to make, it's a big fat no to me. It's like, don't let your guard down. I feel like you have a tendency, it's showing in this energy, that like maybe the money is appealing or something, but like ultimately you're selling your soul. And you're never going to be happy for that. It's not. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. You can make all the money in the world, but if you have to sell your soul to the devil to do it, ultimately you're just going to be a soulless person then. So why do it? You know? Why even do it? So we'll go back up to that timeline in a moment. I'm going to move to the bottom timeline of Tauruses. But I'm telling you what, that top timeline, it's saying, and there's a lot of fire here, so some fire sign who's got a big mouth is trying to put you through the ringer. Not fair. Not fair. All right. I don't think you should take it. I don't think you should take it. But again, it's your choice. I'm just the messenger. I am just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Oh my gosh, I just had that song. Get up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Come into my head. You're all about that money, aren't you, Taurus? All right, so my next timeline here. Ooh, yeah, one of you, somebody's moving on. Somebody is moving on. You have seen a situation or a person for what they are, who they are, and you're done. You're done putting up with the crap. I like this one. I like this timeline. Yeah, you're just like, everybody leave me the beep alone. That's hilarious. You're like, no. You don't even care. Leave me alone. This feels very like family and love to me. It gives me that vibe. Somebody might actually be like substance abuse issues happening, Taurus, in this timeline that I'm reading. So substance abuse issues here is showing up. Ugh. Just so much frustration and you're just tired. Man, it might even be a kid for some of you, so that's even harder because it's like, how do you separate, you know, how do you give tough love to somebody you created? It's very difficult, and it's like teetering between, do I keep helping this person? Because I love them? And let's see if we can get any, and this person is just begging you for money all the time, or begging you for, it's like a very parasitic connection, and it sucks, and I'm sorry. How hard. Yeah, you're moving on from it. You are not putting up with this crap. Nope. It's just a big fat no everywhere around. So Taurus, if you're considering leaving a situation, you've already made your decision, and it's a good decision. It's the right one for you. The top one, I mean, again, if you want to sell your soul, I'll just keep saying it. If you want to sell your soul, then stay working where you are. But otherwise, it's just not worth it. You're going to have to sell your soul to the devil. The top Taurus people. Somebody's got really sore neck. Ugh. Or just whenever I'm feeling like sore neck stuff, it's like the inability to change your perspective. It's like, nope, I'm not going to change perspective. I'm just going to hold my neck and my shoulders all tight. I'm not going to change. So I would say, I know I'm going all over the place, sorry. I would say that the bottom row timeline you've already made your timeline. You've already made your timeline. You've already chosen the timeline you're on. You're not putting up with the shit anymore. I hope I can cuss. You're not putting up with the crap anymore. You've made your decision and you're moving on. Like, you don't, like, even if you're married, you're like, no marriage, nothing, no more. You're done. It's a good choice, I think. Man, because you're ready for your own self-love. And in the end, because you chose yourself, look what's going to happen. You're going to get the 10 of coins. So, or 10 of pentacles, whatever the heck. And you're going to feel empowered in the end because you chose yourself. So you're going to get the reward for choosing yourself. Oh, it's always so great when that happens, isn't it? It's scary. It's scary to not know what the future holds, but it's also like so rewarding whenever you choose yourself every time. So there's that. Okay. So I'm going to get a fluffy card. That's what I like to call them, fluffy cards, for your advice. Or not advice, to just like say something nice. That's what, for both timelines. Just to have something nice to leave that heaviness on. And I mean, I want to assure both groups of Taurus people that I didn't feel you were going to suffer in any way. It's just a matter of like choosing yourself. I know I said that like a bunch of times, but like I cannot stress that enough. Like there's always money to be made. You can make money anywhere doing anything. But if your soul is like being sucked dry by a company or a job, like what is that worth? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you're on your deathbed one day, it's not going to be worth it to you to be like, oh yeah, I made $2,000. Like, no, you want to say, I did something meaningful with my life. I stood for something. That's what you're going to want to say. You're going to want to feel that way. Anyway, I digress. All right, so the first line of Taurus, here is a little nice message from the universe. Take the word victim, off of your person. Out of your vocabulary. It reeks with old energy and does not suit your magnificence. Woo! That's like the bomb. Anyway, okay. And plus, I want to show you, it's like an envelope. I mean, how cute is that? All right, my second group. Dear one, Dear one, who is it you will not talk to? We were just talking about this, weren't we? Who is it you will not forgive, dead or alive? It is time for closure. That's interesting. It's a little sad, isn't it? Whatever. There's that card. So I think, this, again, I'll just reiterate. I think that in conclusion, this reading was about choosing you. And one group of you have already made your mind up and you're making the correct choice for your own life, for your own happiness. And the other group is a little caught up in the material world. And one of you, or the material world group, needs to really think about what's important. I mean, you might even have a lover who's trying to get you to see like you're choosing work over them. And I really get that vibe. And I mean, you have to balance a little bit, I think full balance is just absolutely impossible to get or to have access to, but you definitely have to find it somehow, some way. So I think you're all gonna figure it out. But if you would like a personal reading with me, let me know, and we can set up an appointment on Kelly Diane Medium on Facebook. Just send me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and we can set something up. Okay, thank you. Bye. Capricorn, it's time for your reading. Sorry guys, I have to keep it light a little bit in here, otherwise it gets a little too sad. And we got enough of that sadness floating around the world, right? Right. So, this is Capricorn's reading for, and I'm calling this a timeline. So you have two potential timelines. One timeline is going to be at the top, one timeline is going to be at the bottom, and depending on your choices is where you're going to end up in that timeline. It could be love that comes out in this reading. It could be work related. It could be finances. It could be any of the above. But we're just going to wait and see what the universe has to say. So, what does the universe want to say to the Capricorns in the world? Let's see here. All right. I'm going to read the first line first. Top line first. Oh, I'm liking this. Okay. So, what I'm seeing for the first group of people is you're choosing love over financial crap. Awesome. Sorry, I have to say financial crap because I feel like a lot of us can be in, like, we can make money our gods, you know, and so I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with money, obviously, but I don't think it should rule your world. And I feel like this Capricorn, whoever you are up top, you're seeing that. You're seeing that, you know, my art is more important to me, or my creativity is what actually feeds me, not the coins. You might be dealing with a fire sign. I know everybody says that, right? I don't even know if I want to say it, but there's a lot of fire here. And so we're going to go on down to the second timeline. It looks like you're choosing love, the top timeline. You're choosing love. It could even be self-love. It feels like self-love, but it feels like also like a relationship situation. Somebody who had light hair also is something I'm getting. Lots of blonde or light colors. Yeah, I just heard starting over. So you might have had a falling out with that person at one point in time, and you had to make a decision, and you chose your relationship over whatever it is. It could be money, it could be gambling, it could be drugs, it could be anything that's just not really, you know, helpful to your life, but you're choosing it, and good for you, the people at the top line. Oh, the irony. Now for the bottom line, obviously you're not choosing love. You are not choosing to take the offer that someone is trying to give you. Lots of this going on right now, which is so and it's leaving you heartbroken. Don't be so sad. But there is the light at the end of the tunnel, because this sadness is actually going to lead you to an option point. I'd say to a month and a half. You're going to come up to an option point. This feels very, I just heard religion. Whoa. So somebody might be having some sort of religious, like, breakup, or a religious, like, awakening, or like you're really contemplating your religious beliefs. That's interesting. But you're in contemplation for sure after you get out of this just shock. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so painful. Shock is not fun. Capricorn. I feel like you're going to come out of it, but then it's going to lead you just to more questions. Why? Why? Can we get some clarification for this Capricorn? Come on. It's going to lead you to just more questions. And fighting. Oh my goodness. So this might be like a religious family, or like you don't agree with the way they see things, so you're fighting about it. So you're going to stop talking to these people or this group completely And I mean, for some of you, there might even be children involved. Oh, man. No. Okay. So ultimately, they're going to try and bribe you in some way, make you look make this situation look enticing, and you're going to say, no, I'm done with it. I can't blame you. It looks pretty messed up. They hurt you over a long period of time. It's like, and I'm getting this intuitively, because again, I don't need cards. I just use them because they're a tool, but I get messages too. But what I'm hearing is that this person or situation, completely overlooked you the entire time until you put your foot down and said, I'm done with the situation, which is crazy because it was all this back and forth crap. And then, here, doesn't this look pretty? Let me give you a little pretty diamond. You want to come back? And you're like, no, I'm done. And it's just hurtful because then you have to say no. And it's just not even fair. So I'm really sorry. But the top one, you're going to move on the bottom row from this situation, and you're going to be a better person because of it. Because through the darkness, you will always get the light, and look what came out. You will be coming together with someone, with a situation. Something will happen from you putting your foot down and saying no. So it will actually turn out good because they will see you in a different light. Let me see the top one. So weird. I just got a name. I don't typically get names, but Karen is a name I got. Is Spirit trying to be funny? Karen. You might have a Karen in your life. No offense to any Karens, by the way, because I feel like that's kind of mean. But you might have a person who is just nitpicky and absolutely impossible to deal with. So the top line, you are choosing love when you had some sort of really difficult situation you and your lover had to get through, or you had to leave a situation and then find your lover. One or the other. One or the other, you found your lover. Yeah. You put down the swords, you stopped fighting, and you learned how to fill your own cups. So I feel like some of you, you either left this person or they left you, and this was a really difficult, painful situation, but it's coming to fruition to be something that isn't as toxic. I don't know if maybe you guys left one another and got help or got some sort of self-work you did, but it seems like you're coming back together after this heartbreak or this separation that occurred. So that's nice. So what I'm seeing here is this person's just gonna keep offering you love, and at one point in time there was definitely judgment made. Lots of blonde hair, lots of yellow and sun. So it's important to continue to hold each other accountable is what I'm seeing. Because your past could easily creep in to ruin this situation for the both of you, but you just have to keep keeping each other accountable and talking to one another about your feelings. Keep exploring is what I hear. And again, I just get the vibe, the addiction vibe. Maybe you both were past addicts, or again, that can be, you can be addicted to numbers of things. It's not just, one thing. It's, multiple things you can be addicted to. I mean, there are people that are even addicted to watching videos like this. So this is just indicating to you that to keep yourself in check and just talk. Keep yourselves in check and just talk. And I think it'll work out as long as you guys can just keep the honesty open. All right, so I am going to draw some cards of just, I call them my fluffy cards, just to make people feel a little less heavy than they were when they left. We'll see. Okay, so for my first group, Visualize in your mind the perfect solution without knowing what it is. How are you supposed to visualize in your mind the perfect solution without knowing what it is? I don't know if I like that. But anyway, I'll just keep reading. I didn't make the cards. Visualize the challenge being over. Okay, so that makes sense. And being peaceful with everything around you. Don't tell Spirit how to solve it. Instead, visualize it as being finished. That's good advice. I would say, if I could change anything about that card, I would say visualize or feel the feeling of it being resolved. Try to feel in your body what it feels like for resolution. Not maybe not get in the head so much, but feel in the body. If I could change that card, that's what I would change it to. All right, my last group. No matter what is happening around you, first take care of yourself. When you are balanced, all things will be gradually added to your life, and the changes you have asked for will occur. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with that card too. It's like anything inside that you have that's in turmoil is only going to reflect back out to you. So, we're all wanting to change this world and make it different. And really, we have to do that inside. We have to do it inside first. If we all made a point to work on ourselves inside, this world would be a completely different place. But what do I know? I appreciate everybody watching my videos. Please give it a share if you think another Taurus might like this. And I appreciate all of you, and much love.